Tonight, a warning for anyone with aging parents or sick loved ones after a Palmetto woman says a company caring for her dying husband ran off with thousands of dollars. And now 10 Investigates Emerald Morrow gets results after finding serious problems with the owner and gaps in the online platform that connects caregivers to those in need.
Where in the world is Sherissa Stackhouse?
I did mail this because she was no longer coming.
Sue Barber of Palmetto wants to know.
This has caused you a lot of stress.
It has.
Because if it can happen to one,
I would hate to think of this happening to somebody else.
it can happen to all.
Bruce was a marine scientist, and he was the first PhD to graduate from the University of South Florida. And he was just the most amazing professional and just a wonderful man. I loved him. He loved me. He loved his family.
Family that was by his side until his dying day. Sue says Sherissa Stackhouse was as well.
I hired this company when my husband was ill, terminally ill, and I needed some help with home care in addition to home hospice.
Business records show Stackhouse owns Millennial Home Care LLC in Sarasota. Sue says this contract shows where she provided services for Bruce, like cleaning, bathing, and bedside care.
We were very, very happy with the care that she provided for my husband.
Until she wasn't.
After Bruce passed away, I was supposed to get a deposit back, but to this date, I have not gotten a deposit back.
A deposit worth $2,940.
Bruce passed on September 16th of 2022, and I still don't have the deposit.
Sue says she hired Stackhouse through care.com, an online platform described as a network of background-checked caregivers. But background checks are where 10 Investigates immediately found problems.
Do you recognize this person?
Yes. Yes, that looks like Cher.
We found Cher, or Sherissa Stackhouse, whose maiden name is Powell, has a criminal history. Court records show in 2014 she faced 2 years of probation for grand theft and forgery for cashing someone else's check. A few years later, she faced the same sentence for stealing thousands of dollars worth of jewelry from an 85-year-old woman in Lithia, then selling it at Manatee Pawn in Bradenton. 10 Investigates got a copy of the sheriff's report, which shows the family also hired Stackhouse through care.com.
I feel like I was lied to. I never would have hired somebody with a record.
So how did someone with a record like this slip through the system? We pressed care.com for answers about this case. A spokesperson said the company is, quote, troubled by this incident and that records show she used different names to create profiles over the years. The company blocked her, but care.com says she then, quote, attempted to circumvent our protocols by enrolling as a care business with an entirely unrelated name. They closed her listing after we began asking questions. But when we called Stackhouse to ask her some questions,
Trying to get in touch with Miss Sherissa Stackhouse.
and went to several of her listed addresses, we had zero luck. We did find this Facebook page under her name, which says she owns Millennial Home Care and shows frequent posts of her gallivanting around the globe, while Sue waits for her deposit.
I don't want this to happen to anybody else.
We finally heard from Stackhouse after we emailed her business. She insisted over the phone she sent Sue the deposit, but refused to show us any proof. Emails between the two show Sue asking for the money month after month, with Stackhouse saying she does not control the mail or when Sue will get it.
Some kind of a mechanism needs to be put in place so that this won't happen to anybody else, especially a senior citizen.
That would mean the law needs to change. Law enforcement says Sue's missing money is not considered theft and is a civil matter for the courts.
I was embarrassed at first when this happened, hardly told anybody.
Then she reached out to 10 Investigates And after we contacted Care.com, the company returned her deposit and said they would cooperate with local law enforcement on any local investigation.
You immediately responded to my request for assistance. It's been eye-opening to me, and I can't thank you and CBS News enough for offering this service. I just don't want this to happen to anybody else.
Sue getting her money back is only the beginning of this investigation. And if you have had problems with Care.com or home health aides in your area, I definitely want to hear about it. So please send me an email at emorrow@10tampabay.com. In studio, Emerald Morrow, 10 Investigates.
And experts say in many cases, the onus is on you to do background screenings. You can read more on 10tampabay.com/10investigates.